Ek wou nog altyd 'n akrobaat gewees het en vandag het ek die geleentheid om te sien of dit so goed voel as wat dit lyk. Kali, aerial yoga, is dit so maklik as wat dit lyk?
It's definitely easy enough for people to come who have never had any acrobatics, yoga or Pilates experience. We start everyone off slowly, but you are going to build your strength quickly to be able to progress to the more advanced poses.
En waar het aerial yoga begin?
It started in the States. My partner Julie and I went to New York in 2010 to be trained as aerial yoga teachers, and we've brought it back to South Africa. And currently there's just the one studio in Johannesburg, but we would hope eventually to take it through South Africa.
Nou Kali, kan jy dalk vir ons sê wat is 'n tipiese yoga klas? Wat gaan ons alles doen?
We obviously warm up. Before stretching, it's always necessary to warm up. We have a mixture of warming up in the hammock or warming up with traditional yoga flow. We would then take students slowly getting more and more used to surrendering their weight to the hammock. Before we go into full inversions, we have a strong focus on core work, so there's a lot of core work to be expected. And we always end the class with a final relaxation where you're completely laying down in the fabric.
En dit lyk redelik of jy al jou spiere gaan werk. So wat is die voordele wat 'n mens kan verwag van aerial yoga?
You're going to expect to build some upper body strength, obviously having to pull yourself up into the hammock. One of the major benefits is in any sort of backward bending, we're decompressing the spine. We're using gravity in another way to pull space between each of the vertebrae, and obviously fun.
Ja, dit klink nou baie fun. En dis seker lekker vir die vrouens ook om so tussen mekaar rond te sweef.
They love it. One of the side effects of lying in the hammock and the first time students go upside down is just getting uncontrollable giggles. One of the benefits of having this hammock as a prop is there's many yoga poses that might be too advanced, particularly for women with lower upper body strength, to hold for extended periods of time. So with the aid of the hammock, now anyone, complete beginners, can start with a difficult pose such as a handstand or a scorpion, and they can do that in their very first class.
So Lisa, hoe lank doen jy al aerial yoga?
Ek het so 3 tot 4 maande terug begin en nou kom ek elke naweek.
En dink jy dit werk vir jou?
O, dit is 'n vreeslike harde oefening. Ja, dit is 'n kombinasie tussen aerobiese oefening en 'n lekker strek oefening.
Nou dis nie 'n algemene soort van yoga nie. Waar het jy daarvan gehoor?
Ek het so 9 maande terug van Kaapstad af Johannesburg toe verhuis en toe het ek 'n nuwe sportsoort gesoek en op die internet bietjie rondgesoek en toe het ek op aerial yoga se webbladsy afgekom. En van die oomblik wat ek die webbladsy gesien het, het dit net so interessant gelyk dat ek besluit het om dit te kom probeer en van die eerste oefening klas af was dit net definitief die sport vir my.
Nou dit is baie pret. Sê vir my, wat geniet jy die meeste?
O, dit is vreeslik baie lekker om onderste bo te hang, om te voel soos 'n kind, om net weer te kan speel en eintlik van al die volwasse goed te vergeet. En as ek hier uitstap, dan voel jy net verfris en reg vir 'n nuwe week.
So kon jy al 'n verskil in jou fiksheidsvlakke sien?
O, definitief. Vandat ek begin het, is ek baie meer fiks. Ek het meer spiere opgebou, veral maagspiere en armspiere. En ek is baie meer slap en soepel as wat ek van tevore was.
Okay, Maria, we're going to get you used to surrendering your weight to the fabric. So you're going to slip each of your arms through so that the fabric comes behind your back. Begin to walk backwards, and as you do, start to place the fabric below your shoulder blades at your back rib cage, and you can lean into the fabric to keep it there. And once you're happy with the placement, you start to walk forwards, and as you do, keep leaning your body back into the fabric. You can bend your knees now, soften at your hips, and imagine that you're sitting into an invisible chair just below. And then taking your feet a little bit wider, begin to straighten your legs now and hold your hands behind your head, rest your head into your hands, look up at the ceiling, and then you're going to bend into one side of your waist, so you're going to twist to one side and making sure that you're still breathing normally, come through the center and twist to the other side. Coming back through the center. Just take your arms out at a T Begin to walk your feet backwards so that you come out of the fabric and more into standing into your own legs. And then trap the fabric in front of your shoulders and round forward, relaxing here. And slowly rolling up to stand, your head comes up last. We're going to take you into a full inversion now. So from here, you're going to slip the fabric again behind you, and this time hold the fabric so that it goes right across your sacrum. That's it. Now you'll notice if you don't hold it there, the fabric will slide out of place. So you want to hold it there with your thumbs, begin walking backwards. That's it, just to about there. Now as you start to lean back into my hand, start to walk forward with your feet. That's it. The feet are going to float. You're going to take them up and wide around the outsides of the fabric. Bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet together in front of the fabric. And when you feel ready, you can release your hands to the floor underneath your shoulders.
Nou kyk, jy weet jy het 'n goeie haarspray as jy onderste bo hang en jou hare bly in dieselfde plek.
En is daar enige iemand wat dit nie kan doen nie?
We would basically say that it is a practice that anyone can take part in, and it has the same restrictions as a normal yoga restrictions when it comes to inverting. So anyone with any eye problems, any high blood pressure, and we wouldn't recommend it for anyone who's pregnant. But always check with a doctor, and if they give you the all clear, then you're very welcome.
So wat sal aerial yoga anders maak as gewone yoga?
We try and use aerial yoga to teach you more about your floor practice. So we would have a lot of the same poses translated into an aerial pose, and hopefully once you take that aerial pose back to the floor, you've learned something new as to how to open. So it encourages you then to be braver when you do take those poses to the floor. You know what to expect, you know how much arm strength you're going to need to have to hold a handstand without the hammock.
As jy saam met jou vriende wil uithang, is aerial yoga net vir jou.